Yeah, when I was 8 or 9 years old, I guess I'd gone to water every day with my father and his crew, and I'd cut out tongues and we'd salt fish, and I'd help them salt fish, and that allowed me to cut out tongues then, but I would cut out the tongues and sell the cod tongues and make a bit of money, 20 cents a dozen at that time, which would be a lot more now. Yeah, there was lots of fish. Seemed like lots of fish at Harley cod traps. I remember one time there was a couple of smaller boats used to do what they call follow us up, and we'd load our boat, we'd load the other two boats too, until I remember that they wouldn't come out no more because they had enough fish for the year, and that was all caught out of one cod trap. Moratorium that happened in 1992, and I just remember in 1990 we had me as owner and operator of the boat. We had one of the best years, and so the fishery never closed until it was almost time to put out the cod traps. We had our cod trap berths already decided, and I had 2 cod traps bought in. I made a 3rd cod trap, and we drew the cod trap berths, and well, according to what berth you'd draw in those days, you could almost tell if you were going to have a good year or a bad year just by your berths. And so I had 3 good berths, and I made a new cod trap, and I got a loan, and I bought not a new car, but a fairly new car, and just on the strength of what the fishery was going to be like for me, and they closed it down, so that wasn't very good. A good way to start the fishery. When I found out the moratorium was coming on, or was on, I still tried to stick with the fishery. We tried the lump nets, and we had a lobster license, which probably only paid for the gas and that kind of way. But I decided the boat needed repairs, and it was going to be a cost in it, and the kids were all young, 4 kids, so I decided to change careers. I did the carpentry course, and I pursued that. So I went from fishing to carpentry, and I guess I never looked back. Well, it wasn't much good looking back once you get rid of your fishing license. You don't. You just got to take a direction ahead.